Hey y'all, so I just got back from downtown and it was pretty funny. I decided to stop and get a pizza over at Papa Murphy's on my way home, and my credit card's a little bent up, right? So I went to go and pay for my pizza, and the lady running the store, she looks at me, 'cause she notices that the credit card's bent, so she starts looking at it and she notices the name on it. And so she looks at me and she asks for my ID, so I give her my ID, and mind you, my ID is really old. I haven't updated my ID for like a long time, so obviously I look a little different on it, and I give her the ID and she kind of like does one of these things like she had no idea what the frick was going on. She probably thought I was like using somebody else's card or some crap, and I don't know. I thought it was hilarious. Um, she ended up basically afterwards, she ended up like swiping my card and everything, and I grabbed my pizza and she just had this look on her face whenever I walked out of the building. It was actually kind of funny, but basically it just brought up a conversation between me and a couple of people that I know. A couple of people I know are FTMs, so we've had this discussion a couple of times, and I've noticed a couple of people online have had this discussion where it's like passing in public is kind of difficult to do for either side because the vocals can kill you on both sides, and not to mention it's like sometimes if you're FTM, it's like your face is just really rounded, so people tend to just take for you know fact that you're like a female, and then same thing with MTFs, except it's like your your jaw might be a little more straight lined or something like that. But whenever you don't get called out on it, it's actually kind of surprising to see some people's reactions whenever like what happened to me today happens. Um, so I guess that means that I've been doing a good job. But not too much else to really talk about. I'm still looking for a job. I haven't really found one yet. My I've been trying to get unemployment, but there I've only been unemployed for like 2 almost 3 weeks, and I tried to go and like file the other day. It said my claim was closed because I didn't file quick enough. And so I reopened it and I went to file, and now it's saying that I haven't filed for like 4 weeks straight, even though I've only had the claim open for like 2.5. So I don't know. Um, Trying to get that figured out. Other than that little tidbit, I did try and post a video, use my phone. Unfortunately, it basically cut me off after about a couple of seconds for some reason. I think my YouTube app on my phone is a little bugged. But so whenever it comes to me hanging out with people later this week, I'm probably going to be using my laptop to cap all of that stuff, which will be kind of interesting to do. Um, I'll probably try and use my phone, but no promises on that. Um, Not much else other than that, but I will say, especially since I've had a couple of people that I've been talking to that I'm really close with, um, basically, feel depressed enough to where basically they were putting themselves down, and it kills me to see when people are basically they're so used to having people go and put them down all the time that they even whenever they're alone they're putting themselves down, going on and calling themselves names and wishing that they were dead and stuff like that. I've just had somebody that I know, they apparently just got out of the hospital because of something like that. So it really kills me to go and see people that I know that are really close feeling like that. So I want to go and put it out there that, okay, each and every one of you, okay, whether I know you in person or not, or whether I've even talked to you, okay, I sincerely care for you, because it's not right for people to be chastised for being a little different. It's not right. Whether you bring religion into it or not, it doesn't matter, okay? The point is you should be able to coincide with everybody and leave the judging to someone or something higher than yourself. You shouldn't just go around throwing stuff around judging people. That's the way I feel. That's my personal opinion. Um, so that being said, anything that, just putting it out there, anything that does get posted as far as comments and stuff like that to my videos that has anything to do with judging anybody, I will remove it. I will remove it promptly, because I don't deal with that kind of stuff. Um, Other than that little tidbit, I hope you all enjoyed your St. Patty's Day. I know my day was relatively boring, but it was a lot of fun. The time before, the few days before, whenever I was hanging out with people, so it's all worth it. Other than that, probably going to be hanging out with people not on the 21st but the 22nd. So we'll see how that goes, because that could be an extra long weekend, so there's going to be a lot more people there than what I had thought, so you might see a couple of faces on here if they're willing to get in front of the camera. So see y'all then. As always, love ya.